And a rich, foolish person who had no aesthetic sense at all, who cannot enjoy beauty, he pulled all these carvings down. And then instead of that, he put a marble piece. At that time, Alice didn't like it. Alice is one of the children. His daughter didn't like the way the rich, foolish man behaved. And she wanted to upbraid him, scold him, find fault with him, and blame him. But instead of such a kind of expression, a very soft expression spread on her face. And Charles Lamb tells that it was a soft expression, just like her mother's expression came to Alice's face. Here Alice put out one of her dear mother's looks, too tender or too soft to be called upbraiding. So indirectly, Charles Lamb says that the girl was very soft in her expression, just like her mother's expression. And it cannot be called upbraiding. But in the mind of Alice, she wanted to upbraid the foolish rich man. Then I went on to say how religious and how good their great-grandmother Field was. So you get a beautiful picture about a portrait about Mrs. Field, grandmother of Charles Lamb, and the great-grandmother to the children. And you get a character sketch. She was loved and respected by everybody in the locality. Really, she was not the mistress. Mistress means, here in the context, means owner. She was not the owner of the house, but she was given the charge to look after or manage the affairs of the house by the owner. So it was totally committed to her, entrusted to her care by the rich owner. So in that sense, she can be called the mistress of the house. And he preferred living in a newer and more fashionable place, mansion, a very big, large residence. He went to another place and lived there in another big house, which he might have purchased it from somewhere in the near next country, next county. So Mrs. Field was so honest that she managed the house very well. She kept up the dignity of the house, and then it came to decay. So after long years, it came to decay and was nearly pulled down. It was about to be demolished, and all its old ornaments stripped and carried away to the owner's other house. And now, when it was about to be demolished, all these decorations of this Mrs. Field's house was stripped and carried away to the owner's other house. So it was in a dilapidated condition. So all these things were taken again and then placed in the owner's house, where they were set up and looked as awkward as if someone were to carry away the old tombs they had seen lately at the abbey. So here you get a comparison. All these beautiful carvings were taken out, all these ornaments, decorations were taken out and placed inside the new house. And it looked so awkward, so clumsy, just like the old tombs of the abbey. So old tombs in the graveyard, you find old tombs. Abbey is the residence of monks or nuns. Sometimes a cemetery may be near it. And these old tombs, think about these old tombs taken from the cemetery and then placed in a fashionable lady's house, how it will look like. As if someone were to carry away the old tombs they had seen lately in the abbey and stick them up in Lady C. Name is not given. any fashionable lady a house, tawdry gilt drawing room, tawdry, showy, but cheap. It glitters, but it is cheap. Gilt drawing room, maybe golden colored drawing room. So it's in cheap fashion if the old tombs are taken and then ornamented in a fashionable lady's house. So it's out of place. It doesn't look nice at all. Just like the beautiful objects from from the house of Mrs. Field's care have been taken and placed in a drawing room of a fashionable lady. It doesn't match at all. Here John smiled, as much as to say that would be foolish indeed. And the boy named John, really put up his expression on the face to say that it is definitely foolish.